EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Uptown Charlotte and rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Carolina Panthers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready. Smash red. Slide blue.
Young wasting no time, right to the air. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Yellow. Set, go. Set, cut.
Throwing, Young. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, this guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll go play action here with Stroud. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Panthers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Pass. Intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Let's go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Hey, check mega.
And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long. Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? We just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Panthers at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here we go.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
6, mega. Blue striker, black ultra. White, white. Needle blue. Ready?
Young now from the 50. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Black shot. Red, yellow. On the ball.
Now Young. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Take a look at the defense for these Texans. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
Ready?
Young to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Ready?
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Cut.
On play action, Young rolling to his right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
Red, cycle.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. And the gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And this Texans defense stands tall. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Cowboy 80. Ready.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only the controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
18, 5 years.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. You look at this Carolina defense. Well, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Buffalo 18. 19 Lions.
Here's Stroud. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And his kick is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Now 2nd and 9.
Blaster, 6.
Young to throw it. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Ready.
6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Stroud sets up the play action. Under pressure, they got him again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Taking on the midfield logo. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
Ready.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch out now. 50, 50. Punt.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
Strike 2.
Young on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now a 2nd and 2. Hands it off out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Set. Ready.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Hey, go steal. Claws red. Ultra. Ready.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And able to get this down inside the 15, into the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the 1st.
And that's why you spend a 1st-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Yellow.
Here is Young. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Touchdown, Panthers. A 14-yard touchdown. And they're able to add on to their advantage. CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Come on.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
2nd down and 8.
70, Timberwolves.
Stroud to throw it. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Play action. Here's Stroud. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Down.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Let's go.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Ready?
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8.
Hut, go. Ready?
Young now. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Let's go now.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Rifle. Black Ultra. Spike. White. Tech Fury. Hut.
Looking to throw, Young. Off to the races. They'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Mingo, 56 yards. And the Panthers are able to add on to that lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Ready.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Swift going to try up the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's 3rd and 7. Stroud off the play fake. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
Okay, ready?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change.
Ultra. Go Ultra. Set.
On 2nd down, Young. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
Set. Black shot. Set.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
First down, Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a second and 10.
Red cycle.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds Robinson, and he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Ready.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Mega. Ready.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, they look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Following the interception, Young. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And they just get the play off. Now Young. He completes this one to Mingo. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Ready. steal. Ready?
Now a handoff running through the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Get it. Hey, check Mega. Ready?
And they'll run it here. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Cluster, 6. Smash, red. Ready?
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Texans are going to get the football back at their own 17.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Ready up.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here we go.
From the 21, here's the second down and 6.
Ready, ready?
Once again, it's Swift. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 67 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But these guys got to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Okay,
Now
ready?
they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now a give, right side, Swift. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14.
But that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around.
Hold it ready.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Dragon 60. 79 Broncos.
Now Stroud. And that one almost intercepted. Well, he's got 2 already, nearly a 3rd, but not to be, and it's 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taken from just outside the 30. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you.
Touchdown! Jonathan Mingo with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but... They intercept Stroud again, the third time in this game. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
Oh, Young loses it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Now 2nd and 5. And Stroud now to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And quickly, they get to the line. One more time with Swift. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
I didn't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. 4th down. Here's Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Andrew Beck from 3 yards out. And the Texans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it, and as a defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, go make a play. They got fooled on that one.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Shot.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Up the middle they go with Sanders. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Here we go, set. Clock, 10. Blue check. Hut, hut.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Now I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to get the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Ready, ready.
They'll try to throw now. Young. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Yellow. 6. Mega. Set, go.
Out of the gun, it's Young. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big play there for Carolina. 41 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Jonathan Mingo with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Panthers are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead. A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's a handoff to Swift. 70 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Come on.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Mustang 19.
Stroud working out of the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Stroud's pass intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready. Ready?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Elliott on for the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
43, Texans 9. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Let's go now.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
Throwing now is Stroud. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Trap 60. Trap 60.
Again, it's Stroud. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lost one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Ready, ready. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. Caught left side. Here's Dell. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
On the check.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
65 cat. Warriors 70.
Here goes Stroud again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now here is another interception. And the Panthers are going to have it here as they start at their own 24-yard line.
Stroud's pass intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Panthers, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.